This is the Chris and Hannah show.
Hi,
Not really.
I'm Hannah.
We're just being... Okay. So she's really upset about Robin Williams, and we're going to talk about suicide today.
And depression.
It's a deep, deep, deep issue, we know. But we feel that we need to talk about it because when I was 14, I wanted to commit suicide because of things that was happening to me. And someone's trying to talk to me.
And me only being 17, I've been battling with depression for 3-4 years now. And it's not fun.
I've battled depression too, also.
It's serious stuff, and I've attempted suicide multiple times, and it's not... People take it very lightly when it's not something that should be dealt lightly at all. People just are like, okay, whatever, they were dealing with that. Let's try and help them not deal with that anymore, but that doesn't help them. That doesn't cure it.
No. Only one thing can cure it.
Yes.
And the bad thing, as Christians, I know we sit back and a lot of Christians are like, well, there's no way to cure it. You live with depression your whole life, blah, blah. And I honestly do not believe that because I myself have actually been healed of it. And I still have, sadness issues, and you have your sad days, but it's not full-blown, it's not actual depression. God can heal you, and He will heal you. And that's the problem. That's the big problem. I have always said whenever I counsel someone or talk to someone about depression, I've always told them, God can heal you and He will heal you, and you do not have to deal with it every day. Because I was healed. I've been healed of it. I was healed like that. I really was. It's not funny, and it's not a funny thing. I mean, this is for some of you who, look at people that say, I'm going to commit suicide and blah, blah. A lot of people will just talk and say, I'm going to commit suicide because they do want attention.
Yep.
Some people do that. But there are people that really need help, and they really need someone to just be there for them and listen to them. And if you really feel that someone is going to commit suicide, you need to tell someone. And not just another teenager. You need to tell someone who is older. You need to tell a professional. You need to tell their doctor. You need to tell their parents. Don't try to handle it on your own. I know I'm 34 and I'm telling a bunch of teenagers what to do, but it's more of a plea. It's more of a please do not. Just don't tell another 15-year-old our friend is going to commit suicide. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it can help, and you might divert it for that day, but it's still there. It's still gnawing at them. I mean, look at Robin Williams. I mean, he's
63.
He's rich. He's 63. He's well-known, well-loved by millions of people.
He makes people laugh.
He makes us laugh. He was a comedian. I mean, you can't just look at someone and go,
there's nothing wrong.
Why would they commit suicide? They're too beautiful. They're too...
How can somebody like that be dealing with something that emotional and that deep and dark?
Exactly. But people do, because Satan gets a hold of them. And, to me, I feel that depression is Satan's biggest ally. He uses depression majorly. He uses it to kill, steal, and destroy people.
Yes.
And that's what is killing, stealing, and destroying
That's why the generation...
This generation, especially.
That's why my generation... I've lost 3 friends to suicide in a matter of 2 years. So. And it's and they were all being bullied, they were all dealing with depression, they were all dealing with self-harm or something like that, and it just kept leading on and on and on, and they just never wanted to get help because they thought there was no way out of it. They thought suicide was the only way out of it.
We are starting a ministry called Hide Me Away, which is a song from the Family Force 5 guys when they used to be
The brothers.
The brothers, the little boy band. And a lot of that ministry is going to be catering to and helping, and it's going to be a counseling ministry, and it's for teenagers mostly, the youth, and it's for people who have dealt with all this stuff: cutting, suicide, depression, sexual abuse, any kind of abuse. We want you guys to come tell us your story, and we want you to be able to know that there are people out there who will listen to you. There are people out there who believe what you're saying. When I was younger, people didn't believe what I was going through. They didn't, oh, Chris, you're lying, oh, blah, blah, blah. So we're here. We understand. We've been through things, and we want you to get help. We want you to know that there are people out there who are willing to help you and willing to stand there for you. This ALS challenge is going on, and it's a cool challenge, and I wish we had something like that to give awareness for suicide and to give awareness for depression, and that it's real and that it really envelops people and really becomes a real true darkness in people's lives.
It becomes a real sickness.
It does.
It becomes
more than a sickness.
It will get you physically sick to a certain degree.
It becomes it's hard, and then on top of that, if someone's being abused, they have that abuse on them too, and that just makes it worse. And then they have friends that are they say the same thing all the time, and
they don't hear them out or listen to them.
Exactly. If your friends are saying that, and you are depressed, or you feel depressed, or you feel like trapped, and you want to commit suicide, or you want to get away from those friends. They are not your friends. Do not talk to them. If they're saying, well, you say this all the time, blah, 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 don't put yourself in that situation where these people are pretty much continuing to knock you down. They're literally punching you to the point of you just commit suicide. And that, what I've read and what people have told me and already counseled with me, that's how they feel. They feel like they're in this huge hole, and there's no ladder, and there's no rope, and there's nobody up top encouraging them to come up. People up top are pretty much encouraging them to stay where they are. And, well, you think you're in a hole, but you're not, and they really are. So we want to be those kind of people that we're here for you. We may be goofy and stupid and dumb and, whatever, and, we like idiot bands, and we go to concerts and act stupid and whatever, but we're actually here to help. We're here to be there for you. And I'm going to school for Christian counseling. I'm going to school for counseling. I'm not going to throw the Bible at you, but God is Savior. He is healer. He is all that. And she's your age, and she knows what you're going through, and she will be there for you too.
Even though I'm only 17, I've gone through a lot of stuff.
So
being only 17.
The last thing we want to do is just we want to give you the suicide prevention hotline. We are in no way we're not connected to them or anything, but it's a good. You can come to us too, but their hotline is 1-800-273-8255. So,
what?
Want to say it again?
Yeah, it's 1-800-273. What does that say? 8255.
So.
Yeah. So if you ever need anything or anybody, or just or reach out.
There are multiple charities out there. There are multiple places, not charities, but places out there that.
I mean, there's online.
There's heartsupport.com. There's Dawson McAllister. He's on Sunday nights.
And Jen Radio too.
And Jen, you can talk to any Christian station, and they will direct you where you should go.
They have suicide hotlines online or on the phone, whatever you want. If you're not comfortable talking on the phone, you can message them through a private message, and they'll be there and talk to you. I've talked to them multiple times, actually, and they helped me a lot. They're good to reach out to.
And then, of course, our Hide Me Away, which is on Facebook. You can talk to us there if you would like to. There's 3 of us. Sarah's not in Pennsylvania, so she's not here. And there's actually a couple of people there that can talk. We're the 2 main ones. The Vinners, you can go to the Vinners, which is a Family Force 5 fan site. We shut down for a while, but now we're up and running, and you can talk to us there. Honestly, you can go to any Christian band. You can go to any Christian concert and find help there. You can go to Right Love on Her Arms if you need
From
to.
the Switchfoot.
You can go. You can go to any church and just talk to the pastor. If they don't have a counseling pastor, we'll try to help you find someone in your area if we can. Because not a lot of pastors, there are pastors that just don't know how to counsel, and they just don't.
They give good advice, but they don't.
They don't
know how
have.
to speak.
I don't know how to say this right, but they don't have a heart for the teens, or they have they have a heart for older people, or they have a heart for children. They don't really understand youth. Go to a youth leader. If you have a Christian friend, ask them who their youth leader is. There are so many things that you can tell your parents. There's so many people out there that will listen to you. If your parents won't listen, tell your aunt, tell your uncle,
tell your grandparents,
tell your best friend's parents.
Yeah.
There's places to go. There's people to talk to. Tell your dog. Tell your dog first. If you're weirded out about telling someone about what you're
practice
going
through. On the dog. Yeah.
Practice on the puppy. Practice on the kitty. Practice on your turtle.
Practice on a poster.
Tell your favorite band member in a email or a message, or write it down. Even if you don't give it to them, write it out. So that's our plea, and that's Family Force 5 calling me. So I got.
Bye, you guys.